I'm lost for words and I'm powerless. Right from the beginning, you got me singing. Ooh, singing. Ooh, singing. Ooh, singing. Oh, I'm so in love with you.
Okay, this year's Scholar of the Year is Max Wilson. Well done, Max. Well done, lads.
Max, congratulations, you've just won the Scholar of the Year award. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's great after a long season as well, you know, and then being made captain after a couple of weeks. It's a big achievement for me to get that award.
You were actually involved with the under-19s last year, but I suppose you still don't really know what it's like coming in as a scholar, so I suppose you're just buzzing with how it's gone.
Yeah, like you said, I didn't even know the award existed, mate, but coming in, knowing what it was like to then actually doing it, it's like, it was similar, but it was also a lot more strenuous and a lot more demanding on the body, but I think I've dealt with it well.
It has been a demanding season because you've played in Central League youth game, you've got far in the cup, you won the Youth Alliance Cup. Is that exactly what you want though as a young lad, just playing football?
Yeah, playing football and also learning from it and winning trophies, that's the main one. But I feel if you feel like you're making progression, then you enjoy it more, whereas if you play games you don't enjoy it, then what's the point really?
Yeah. Talk a little bit about today as well, because you've come here to get your award, but you didn't actually know that's why you were coming here. Just explain what this day's been like for you.
Yeah, so I went to Springies this morning, did my education and then came down here. Didn't have a clue what I was coming here for, and then found out I was training with the first team and then collected my award just before the training session.
How is it training with the first team? How different is that?
It's intense, obviously a lot more going on. Everything's a lot more higher quality and a lot more talking, but yeah, it's good.
How do you feel you did?
I felt like I did all right, yeah. Got on the ball a couple of times and then just trying to prove myself and get on the ball, show what I can do. So, yeah, hopefully I'll get back.
It is actually impressive as well that you're a first-year scholar winning this award, because that's quite rare. Is it a real honour to be on that list of players with at a football club like this?
Yeah, it's a big honour, obviously, and I try and push myself and I try and compete against every player that I play against or along with. So it's a good achievement for me.
Yeah, you've mentioned about being captain. We've mentioned about winning the cup. There is obviously still the league on the line. It might be out of your hands. You don't know yet, but how good would it be to end the season in that way?
That'd just top it off. Obviously, winning the national trophy as well. 2 trophies in a season, and the lads we've worked hard all season for it. So it would just make it even better.
How enjoyable has it been, like, to be a real part of the team? As you mentioned, captain in it, it's all new experiences, but football is also about winning, and you've done that this season.
Yeah, I feel I've progressed as a person and a player over the season. Obviously, I didn't start off the season as captain, or I didn't always start at the start of the season either, so I've worked my way, I've worked harder, and it's paid off.
Hi guys, thanks for coming out for these awards. So I'm Ben Pag from the PFA, work on the community side, and everyone knows how much community work goes into seeing that everybody out who you represent, and met a couple of lads already on player visits, and on basis of that it's been a highly fought contest, can only pick one player. So for the PFA Community Champion awarding, it goes to Di.
Hi lads, I'm Mo, met a lot of you before, lead on equality, diversity and inclusion at the Community Trust. Liam, Head of Education, and the winner of the Community Player of the Year is Di again.
Cheers, thank you. Nice one, buddy. Nice one, mate. Cheers. Yeah.
Can I just get your word on?
Yeah. Just while Dad gets his picture taken again, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone. I appreciate sometimes when you get the message from Jake, oh, we've got a community visit, we need you to be at this school, that school at this time. It can sometimes feel a bit of a thankless task, but honestly, the impact that you have on our community trust, I can't thank you enough. You know, we spend thousands of hours, hundreds of hours a year with people. They talk about the 5 minutes that they spend with you more than anything we do. So just massive thank you from the bottom of our heart, and hopefully, you know, finish with 2 good wins, and then yeah, crack on next season. Go again. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, so it was at the end of last season, and Di put a post out on his Instagram about his little girl, and us as a club and Di both got together and just thought, what can we do to move forward from this and help him and the supporters. So we're hoping to raise awareness about hidden disabilities for both supporters and the club, and trying to make the invisible visible.
I'm Di.
And I'm Shawnee.
And this is Delilah's story.
Di, congratulations, you've just won the PFA Champion Award and Community Player of the Year Award. It's always an important one. People maybe don't give it as much respect as it deserves. How proud are you to win both of those awards?
Yeah, it's great. I think it's just me accepting it on behalf of all the work that all the boys have done all season, as well as obviously the club behind the scenes in terms of especially the Sunflower campaign that we did, and yeah, it was great to pick the award up.
The Sunflower campaign is obviously the thing that the fans will have seen most of, but it's not just that you've been doing. You've been out and about to SEND classes, you've handed out Sunflower lanyards to different classrooms. You and Greg went to visit a terminally ill fan. There's loads of stuff that fans don't even know about. Is it important to you that you do those things?
Yeah, I think especially at the time of the Sunflower scheme, to hand them lanyards out, I think it showed how much it meant to me, handing them out, and it was something I enjoyed doing. To go into the classes with the kids was really fun to play, do some penalty shootouts and questions with them. It was great fun, and something that I really enjoy doing. So something hopefully we can build on moving forward next year.
Is it a bit of an eye opener to see how much you guys as footballers mean to little kids?
Yeah, and I think it shows how lucky you are to be in this position. As I said, it's a really enjoyable experience because a lot of these kids look up to you, almost aspire to be professional sportsmen as well, and women, and it is really enjoyable. It sometimes can be difficult, but it is overall enjoyable. Yeah.
If we can talk about the HG Sunflower campaign specifically, how pleased have you been with the uptake of that? Because you look all around Deepdale now and you see either the sport lanyards or the Sunflower lanyards, and it feels like it's been a really successful launch of a campaign. Yeah,
I always seem to, especially when we're warming up, I always catch it on the big screen that it's obviously advertising every home game, and I think it's done really well. I think it obviously took its time to get going, but it's an important scheme, and I'm hoping that it's doing what it's meant to be doing, and fingers crossed we can get more lanyards out there where they're needed, and we can continue with the process that we started.
These awards obviously recognise your contribution in the community, and rightly so, but while doing that, you've probably seen all the work that the Community and Education Trust do as well. How important is that side of the football club as well? as the football side?
Oh, it's huge. To be fair, Mo and Lucy, everywhere we've been, they've been there as well, and they've I think that Mo's done so much work this season just with the lanyard stuff. So the stuff outside that with everything else, he's put the hours in, and fair play to him.
Yeah. Just finally, the PFA one, obviously the Club Community Award is from the club, but the PFA one probably means that a little bit more because they're obviously representing all the clubs around the country. How much does it mean to be the one recognised? I know you said it, you're accepting on behalf of all the lads, but you've almost been recognised for the one who's done the most. Is that a nice thing to have received? Yeah,
it is nice, but I think more than award, it's seeing what we've done in the community actually working. As you said with the lanyards, going in with the kids and seeing their faces and enjoying what they're doing means more than means more than the awards really. But as I said previously, we need to continue the good work that's been done now amongst the players, amongst the community and the club and everyone.
It's understanding that there's no shame in your child needing that extra support.
Our journey's been full of ups and downs, and there's no right or wrong way to go about it.
So you can get a lanyard from the ticket office. If supporters aren't able to come into the ticket office, they can call up or they can send an email in and we'll be able to sort it. We do have a form to fill out, but it is an optional form, so if supporters don't want to fill it out, they don't need to. It won't affect them getting the lanyard.
Wow, what have you got? Thank you. What is it?
Is this the biggest leaf that you could find?
Is it for me?
Thank you.
No, not yet. Is it a leaf?
I can see you.
Hello, my name's Daddy. What's your name?
Delilah.
Delilah. Are you French now?
The main objective is to make an inclusive and welcoming environment for everyone attending our games.
Okay lads, Young Player of the Year. The winner of Young Player of the Year awards is Kean Best.
Best congratulations, you've just got the Young Player of the Year award voted for by the fans. How do you feel about that, and how can you reflect on what this past 12 months has given to you?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to everyone who voted, and yeah, I'm buzzing really. Everything's kind of happened so fast, like coming up here the first day of pre-season and then starting the first few games of the season and then not being in the team and stuff, but yeah, it's been good. It's been a ride, yeah.
You mentioned there it was day one of pre-season. Can you quite believe what's happened in such a short space of time? Because you see lads come up here and they're back at Springfields, but you were involved right from the start, as you said, and you played a big part in that winning run at the start of the season.
Yeah, not really. I was up here and then we had a few injuries, and then I was starting the last few games of pre-season, and then I actually spoke with my dad, and he was like, "You do realise the season starts in like 2 weeks?" And then the gaffer pulled me like 2 days before the first game of the season, and he was like, "You're going to start?" And then we didn't actually lose, yeah, so I kept my spot. And I think I started the first 4 games in a row, so it was good, yeah.
13 appearances in all. I'm sure you would have liked more, but it's all experience, isn't it, at the age that you are? Have you just really enjoyed every time you've managed to get out on the pitch?
Yeah, it's been good. obviously it's been tough in the last couple of months, not playing as much as I like, but at the start of the season I wasn't expected to get that many anyway, so it's been good, yeah.
As we mentioned, this is voted for by the fans, and they took to you from day one, didn't they? Singing "He's one of our own" and Mornock Maldini and all that. How has that support meant? What has that support meant to you?
Yeah, it's been good, yeah, and I think it helps a lot because of how local I am. So it's kind of a role model for the younger ones to show there is a pathway here at Preston. Yeah.
Can you talk us through the mentality switch as well? Because you've gone from playing at Springfields every weekend to playing at stadiums with 20, 30,000 capacities. People know who you are. You're probably walking past people on the street stopping you. Like, how have you managed to deal with that?
It was a bit weird at first, but you kind of get used to it. But I think I prefer the games because there's a lot more on the line. Like, you kind of have to win. There's people's jobs on the line. There's obviously all the fans. Like, it could make or break the weekend, our results. So it is a big thing, yeah.
We're obviously at a point now where we're coming to the end of the season. I know it seems early to be asking this question, but any goals for you next season? Is it to get more minutes than you have this?
Yeah, to just really cement my spot and play week in, week out in the first team. That's the main goal.
What playing in the first team has given you here as well as put you on the national stage as well. England have given you that recognition. Talk us through those experiences. Like, again, is it a pinch yourself moment playing for your country?
Yeah, it was good, yeah. I remember the first camp, I think I was on standby, and then I was out the team, and then I got back in the team a couple of weeks before the second camp, and then I managed to get the call up, and I think I did well, so I kept my spot in the next camp as well, so it was good. Yeah.
I'm not sure we've even spoken to you on camera about this. I know we did for the programme, but talk us through scoring for England. I mean, is that just a feeling have you ever felt anything like that?
No, nothing. But it was kind of one of them games where like everything I did went well. So I think it was like meant to be, and the gaffer was there as well, which made it better. So it was unreal, yeah.
What a ball for Dwayne Holmes. He's in on goal. Squares it for Will Keane. What a fantastic move by Preston North End. And what a goal. Stoke City 0, Preston North End 2.
Free kick now. Lofting it in towards the penalty area. First dropping this
yes!
time.
Get it!
Oh, it's a brilliant finish. A fantastic goal. And the substitute, Osmajic. Suddenly things are going their way. Holmes now over the halfway line. Osmajic linking up with Potts, who's trying his best to get there. It's still going. It's Potts!
Yes! Yes, in!
Two quick-fire goals have turned the game around, and it's Brad Potts who puts North End in front. What a start to the second half it's been.
Holmes finds Potts. Blackburn are open at the back as Potts plays it crossfield. Brown brings it down and smashes it in! North End rip Rovers apart as Alan Brown celebrates. The captain makes it 2-2 and leads by example. 10 before the break, Preston ahead. Lindsay trying to get there, will come to the Dane once more. Frockyer finds Brown, Whiteman towards the far post! Preston North End may have won it at the death! It's Liam Lindsay who wheels away A man who has tasted the sweet nectar of goals at Ewood before may well have come up with the Derby Day heroics. It's Blackburn Rovers 1, Preston North End 2.
Blackburn Rovers couldn't clear the ball.
The away support goading Chris Maxwell in the Huddersfield goal as Holmes sends it in. And Preston North End lead through Alan Brown. The man with the Midas touch when it comes to playing Huddersfield Town. Alan Brown gets the goal that puts Preston North End ahead. Ian Evans at the top of the formation. Thomas looked to play it infield, but Liam Lindsay more hungry there to win the ball back. Gives it into Liam Miller, who now just flicks it away from Sorba Thomas. He's running up against Matty Pearson, who doesn't quite fancy the foot race. North End with 4 further forward. Miller finds Keane, and North End have a double. The Preston pressure pays off as Will Keane gets back on the score sheet. Liam Miller with the assist as North End just turned defence to attack. Miller, step over, down to the byline, and Will Keane there to apply the finishing touch. Will Keane's back amongst the goals, and Preston North End are ahead. Liam Miller with great wing wizardry once more. Hughes steps in and wins it. Hughes now lifts it over the top of Gray. Miller's giving chase. The ball will curl and stay in play. Miller drops his shoulder, drives into the box. Liam Miller! Yeah! Magic from Miller to steal the day for North End! The Canadian curls it into the top corner as North End retake the lead. Having supplied the first, he scores the second. It's Preston North End 2, Leeds United 1. Frockyard releases Rees on the left-hand side. Keane into the box. Emil Rees continues! And Emil Rees on the counter gets his first of the season. His first since his lengthy injury layoff. And you can see the relief as Emil Rees punches the air and runs across to the travelling North End faithful. It's Cardiff City 0, Preston North End 1. Principality. Potts into Keane, finds Frockyard. Frockyard through on goal, looks to set it back. Whiteman! Clinical as you like. Preston North End double the lead, and at the heart of it once more is that man, Mas Frockyard. Kept his cool as he bore down on goal and unselfishly set it on a plate for Ben Whiteman, who makes it Cardiff City 0, Preston North End 2.
In by Brady, towards the clutch of players at the near stick. Brady comes back out for it.
Yes,
Brady! Brilliant! It's a special goal from Robbie Brady to half the deficit. And what a way to open your North End account. Robbie Brady from a tight angle finds the top corner, and it's game on now. Preston North End 1, Blackburn Rovers 2.
The winner of the goal of the season is Liam Miller. We lead.
Hughes steps in and wins it. Hughes now lifts it over the top of Gray. Miller's giving chase. The ball will curl and stay in play. Miller drops a shoulder, drives into the box. Liam Miller! Yeah! Magic from Miller to steal the day for North End! The Canadian curls it into the top corner as North End retake the lead. Having supplied the first, he scores the second.
Big congratulations, you've just been handed the Goal of the Season award for that goal against Leeds United. In terms of that moment, the way that the ball went in, is that right up there for you in your career?
Yeah, it's probably the most significant goal I've probably scored, 90th minute, live on Sky Boxing Day. Yeah, it was honestly an unbelievable goal, an unbelievable performance, and yeah, it was just an amazing feeling.
It's not a surprise that that goal happened. We've seen you do that before, but as you mentioned, the significance of it, the timing in front of the town end, it was so special, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think the goosebumps that went through me in that moment was kind of indescribable, and even when I got the award earlier today, I was just replaying in my head and brought a smile to my face just thinking about it. I think there's a lot of goals you score in your career, and I think the ones in the last minute tend to be the best ones. So yeah, it for sure was a great moment for me.
Yeah. What about that day as a whole? Because Archie Gray was obviously playing out of position, but a lot of the talk around him was the season he's had, but there was obviously no fear in your game. You just went at him all day long.
Yeah, I think for me the most important thing is just no matter who I play against every game, I think I've come here to Preston and to the championship to prove myself and to prove that I'm good enough to play in the championship. Hopefully one day I can prove that I'm good enough to play in the Premier League. And just when I saw Archie and a lot of the hype was around him before the game, I think it drove me even more, just to show people that I am here, and hopefully I can make a name for myself, not just against him but against everybody. But I think on that day, I for sure got the better of him. But he's a great player. Obviously, he's valued a lot of money for a reason. You watch him play, a great player. So, yeah, got better of him on the day, but still a great player.
This award was, of course, voted for by the fans. It's fair to say you're a real fan's favourite. You have been since you walked through the door. How much has that meant to you during your time here? Because as a lone player, you probably don't know what you're going to get, but they just talk to you straight away.
Yeah, it was amazing. I think the reception I've got from all the P&E fans, throughout my whole time here at the club has been really unbelievable. I think, the whole time since I've been here, I've been getting nothing but support and nothing but love from everybody. And, even when I get the ball in the stadium, when they all make the noise, or, when I hear people behind me saying, shout, give it to him and all that, it's always a nice feeling. So, like I said, it's been a great time for me here. And, I couldn't thank the fans enough for all the support and love they've given me. I think it's really helped me to go on and do as well as I have. So
we are at that time of the season now where we're reflecting on the season. It seems like it's gone so quickly, but how do you reflect on the season personally and as a team? Obviously we've not quite got where we wanted to, but how have you found your loan spell here?
No, amazing. I think when I came in here, of course the goal was to get to the playoffs, and obviously that didn't happen, but this is probably the toughest championship season in a very, very long time, if not ever. And I think we gave it a good go the whole time of the season. We were in and around it the whole season, and I think that's the biggest credit you can give us as a group and as a staff member and everybody, is just how well we did in such a tough league to get in and around the playoffs. So yeah, it's been amazing. I think I did exactly what I wanted to do by showing myself and proving how good I can be. And yeah, so it's been a great season for me. Just hopefully I can keep that going on to the next season. So
yeah, you said a lot when you joined about kind of making a home as well, because you've obviously been out in Switzerland. How important has that been for you, having your family nearby, and you seem to get on with everyone so well here? That kind of family feel, it is that kind of club, I suppose.
Yeah, of course. I think it makes a big difference. Like I said, in Basel, I struggled with being away from my family. Having 2 small children and whatnot. It was really tough on me and really tough on my wife, and it was a really difficult period for me. But I think coming back here, being so close to my mom and my dad, my brother, my sister, everybody, and also just the environment of the lads in the group, how well connected and how together the group is, I think really made it such an enjoyable period for me. And I think when I came here in the summer, I didn't know what to expect. I never played in the championship before. And I have to say it was a very, very, very good time for me. So I'm very happy.
Yeah. We're not quite at the end yet. There are 2 more games left, Leicester City at home and West Brom away. On paper, they're 2 very tough games, but how important is it now that you end well?
Yeah, I think it's very important. It's obviously very hard. We're playing against the best team in the division in Leicester and, one of the best teams in West Brom also. And, I think we have to look at it in a way where, we almost beat Southampton at home. We beat Ipswich at home. We beat Leeds at home. So we've given all the top guys a good run in at Deepdale, and, hopefully it can be similar on Monday, and hopefully we can try and get a result and end the season on the best note possible.
The Players Player of the Year award goes to somebody that's been consistent throughout the year, well liked by all his teammates. He's been solid as a rock all year. And the winner is Liam Lindsay. Speech.
I'm not doing that. Pictures or not? I'm not doing that.
I don't want to hear you.
Towards the box. Preston North End may have won it at the net. It's Liam Lindsay who wheels away. A man who has tasted the sweet nectar of goals at Ewood before may well have come up with the Derby Day heroics. It's Blackburn Rovers 1, Preston North End 2.
Blackburn Rovers couldn't clear the ball, came back out, good crossing, and there he is, diving in, Liam Lindsay, couldn't miss.
Liam, congratulations, you've just received the Players Player of the Year award. Players always tell us that feels like the most important one because you're getting the recognition from your teammates and people you see all day, every day. How much does it mean to you?
Yeah, a lot. No, like you said, it does. I think it makes it a bit more special when it's the boys you play with and train with every day. And I'm obviously delighted, and yeah, it's been a good season overall.
You're a very humble person. It feels like we don't really talk about you and your individual performances very often. Do you feel like you've had a good season personally?
Yeah, I think it's been right up there for me personally. I think I've had 2 good years in the spin here, so I just want to keep progressing, and obviously you get the rewards which are nice and a little trophy or whatnot, but no, I just want to keep progressing, and I'm at this stage of the career where I'm 28 now, 29 and this year, so I should be at my peak really, and I just want to keep going on a upward trajectory.
You played every single game this season, which not many players, well, no players here can say, not many players in the division can say. Yeah. Has that consistency in your game been good to you're never out of the team? Yeah,
no, of course it gives you confidence. The gaffer picking me every week so far, so no, obviously you take confidence from that, and obviously you know if you played well or bad, but I felt my performance had been really good this year, and yeah, obviously getting selected shows that I deserved it. I've deserved it.
Did you see it coming at all?
Oh, you hear whispers, oh, I voted for you and stuff, but you can't really, you don't know if they're just messing or not. But no, obviously I knew I had a good season, so no, it was nice.
I'm pretty sure I know what the answers are going to be, but when you look back at season 23-24, any highlights?
Yeah, obviously the Blackburn one was special, really. Just to do it in that manner, away from home, that's got to be the main one, yeah.
You said to us after that game, if you could bottle that feeling up, you make millions.
Oh, of course.
Do you still kind of run that feeling back?
Yeah, you do, but you can't get too caught up in it because there's always the next game and you never know what's going to happen. So you got to live in the moment, and no, that was definitely one of the best I've had ever.
So, the Sir Tom Finney Player of the Year, and the winner is Alan Brown.
Two quick-fire goals have turned it around, and Alan Brown puts North End in front.
As Liam Miller has the ball on the left, crosses from deep. Brown attacks it! And as night follows day, Alan Brown scores on Boxing Day. The skipper heading past Arlo, and Preston North End have the advantage. Alan Brown delivers after Christmas again. The present for the Preston North End faithful. It's North End 1, Leeds United 0.
Brownie, congratulations, you've just won the Sir Tom Finney Player of the Year award for the second time. I'm sure there's a lot of pride involved the first time. To win it twice must just be amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. And I did always want to win it a second time. Given how long I've been here, I thought at least I'll have that to show for it. Yeah, to get it a second time round, the feeling is just as nice.
How has it been out there with all the lads there? You got a really nice reception from them, and obviously this is voted for by the fans as well, so that must mean a lot too.
Yeah, I didn't actually know who voted for that award, but yeah, of course it means a lot whoever votes for it. I do think the players' one is special, so fair play to Linz for that, and it's well deserved. But yeah, to get any player of the year is amazing, and yeah, it was good to get a nice reception off the boys.
Were you expecting this award today? How do you feel that you've done this season?
I wasn't expecting it. It's not something I usually think about up until you ask us for a vote and for player's player. But yeah, it just doesn't cross my mind. But I think I've had a pretty decent season. I knew I had to be really going into the last year of my contract, and that's not to say I haven't put the effort in the other years. But you know, I just wanted to make sure I finished this season really strongly, and unfortunately, results-wise, we couldn't do that. But I think performances on the pitch overall have been pretty decent, and I've just tried to keep that level of consistency throughout.
Yeah, Liam Miller's just told us that it's probably the toughest championship season for a long time, if not ever. But is there still that little bit of disappointment that you look back at certain games and you think, oh, what if we'd have got a point there, a couple of points there? What could have been?
Going into the season, you'd be pretty happy with the outcome. But given the way things went at the start we had, and then obviously we had that dip where that's the only time I think usually you look back and you think we should have beat this team or should have beat that team. But over the course of a season, it evens itself out. So I think you deserve to end up where you end up. Maybe not so much our last few results, because when there's not so much on the line, it is quite tough to, grind out them results that we're used to doing, like the likes of QPR. I know they beat us at home, but I think, if it's all to play for there, it might be a different outcome. But yeah, I think that spell in between where we had a shocking run of results, that's where you kind of think there's not many teams that probably had that bad of a run. So for us to do it, given the really good season that we had, if you pick up just another couple of wins in between that, it puts you in a completely different scenario. So it is disappointing, and the lead that was there, it was always going to be a tough ask, and I think we gave it our best shot. We did unbelievable to get ourselves back in a position to fight for it and have something to fight for. And ultimately we just came up short in the end. I think injuries hit us really badly at the wrong times. Coming to the end of the season with all those big games still to go, the injuries just kept coming, and I think we paid the price for it in the end.
If we can focus on the positives of the season, there's been lots of class days at Deepdale, days out. Any highlights for you? Back of my mind, I'm thinking Rovers always got to be up there.
Yeah, I would think Blackburn, just for the last minute goal, the scenes, and obviously it's a big game for us every year, so it was nice to get the win there. I like Stoke away, because we were awful and Holmesy came on, turned the game around, and you walk away with 3 points, and they're the best wins when the other teams thinking, how have they just beat us? And I think we did that quite a few times this season. Leeds at home, another one, decent win. So yeah, we've had some really good times throughout the season, just probably not enough in the end.
We'll end by talking about the fans. I know we've briefly touched on it. They were the ones that voted for this award. How thankful are you for not only that, but the support they've shown you for 10 years now?
Yeah, I'm really honoured. I wouldn't say they've always backed me. There's obviously going to be fans that have different opinions of you, and that's just the nature of the game. So you're going to get some that take your side and others against you, but to have so many vote for you and get that award, it does mean a lot, and I'd like to pay them a massive thank you, because it does mean a lot to me to get that award, and it's kind of something paying off for your hard work throughout the year. So yeah, I really appreciate it, and I think they just need to keep getting behind this team, because I think there is a lot of potential there. This season was obviously always going to be a massive ask, but hopefully in the coming years it won't be as tough a league as it was this year, and it's too big a club not to make that step, so hopefully it's sooner rather than later.
I